How you guys doing? Welcome back to SV252. A thriller in Minnesota. The score was 24-23. Only a few seconds left in the game. Case Keenum says the snap, looks down the field, almost no options, just heaves it up, sends a prayer, and somehow, someway, Stefon Diggs makes the catch. The safety, number 43 for the Saints, misses the tackle, and it's not the Saints that march on to Philadelphia. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Wow, there's a lot to get into this one. Not even sure if the Vikings will kick the extra point at this moment, but I just wanted to do the video immediately. I almost knew the Saints were going to win that game. That was incredible. That'll go down in NFL playoff history. That'll be almost like the Music City Miracle. I'm sure they'll come up with a name for that, but that was a prayer. That was a miracle. And Vikings fans, that was incredible. Now, I'm not a Vikings fan myself, but I just like to see some good football. That game started out for the Vikings 17-0, and it really looked as if the Saints were done. I mean, there was really nothing that the Saints could do. They couldn't run the ball, they couldn't throw the ball, and after the first quarter, they only had 3 passing yards on the game. But the Saints were able to tighten things up, get it together. Drew Brees, give him a lot of credit. The script would have been flipped if it would have been Drew Brees comes into Minnesota and gets a big-time win, throws for 294 passing yards, all of which were pretty much in the last 3 quarters, 3 touchdowns, especially those 2 dimes to Thomas and also to Kamara. That would have been the storyline, because we all know Kamara last week only ran for 23 rushing yards. This week, only ran for 43. So we all know that the Saints' running game had actually died so far in the playoffs and was all on the arm of Drew Brees. And to do what he did against that defense, that would have been the storyline. That's what I was prepared to talk about. Well, until that final play by Keenum, I was going to talk about how the Vikings got to make a quarterback decision in the future. We'll put those quarterback decisions off one more week because the Vikings are moving on. Now, coming into this game, it was a rematch. We knew it was a rematch, but really, the two teams, they couldn't really look at that week 1 matchup that they had. First of all, the Vikings, they had Sam Bradford at quarterback back in week 1. Remember, he was 27 for 32 in that first game, threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and got NFC Offensive Player of the Week back in week 1. Vikings had Dalvin Cook, he tore his ACL. And remember, the Saints also had Adrian Peterson. So a lot of things have actually changed since that first game. And this one was a very defensive bout. Both teams went hard at it. Give that Saints defense a lot of credit until that final play. That was insane. I was wearing the Saints stuff to do this video. I knew the Saints were going to win. There was just no way that could happen. But somehow the Saints defense collapses. You cannot do that in that situation. I can't believe what's just transpired between the Saints and the Vikings. Like I said, this will go down as one of the most incredible it was going to go down as one of the most incredible come-from-behind wins in Drew Brees' career, but now it'll go down as one of the most incredible victories for the Vikings. The last time the Vikings made the playoffs, in fact, they actually lost to the Saints in the NFC Championship game. Remember, that was back when Brett Favre threw those costly interceptions. But the Vikings, it looked like they were going to lose. That didn't happen. Give a lot of credit to Forbath. He made his kicks. He made a 53-yarder and a 49-yarder as well. And Will Lutz, with that go-ahead game winner, we thought that was going to win the game. It did not. What a game. What a finish. That's why we love the National Football League. There'll be a lot of talk about this one. I thank you guys for watching. And the Minnesota Vikings, wow, man, they're going to Philadelphia to go to the Super Bowl and play at home. What a miracle season it is for the Vikings, and it marches on. Thank you guys for watching SB252. I'll definitely be talking to you guys later. What a game. What a playoff game.